Those who are spiritually minded know about the cellular structure of their body because it has a spiritual complement and component, a benevolence, and they're ready to go. But what they do next is often interesting. Historically, the human bias kicks in, and even those who would call themselves enlightened and New Age will start what I will call a linear process of repetition and nonsense. Things that they have decided are needed to talk to their cellular structure. Why would you want to talk to your cellular structure? And it should be obvious. What is the paradigm that you grew up with? Historically, here it is. That you, as an enlightened creature, live in your head. That everything that happens to you is in your head. The greatest poetry ever written, the greatest music ever composed, the greatest paintings started in the head. And that the rest of your body is the vehicle that supports your head. And your head, every once in a while, will look down at your body and say, I sure hope this thing works. And that is traditional. And then it's enhanced by everything you see around you with those catching diseases or things that happen. And then the fear starts. The fear will create the hypochondriac who is afraid of everything, who believes they're going to catch everything. And by the way, they usually do. That's the human body trying to agree with what it hears from the head, by the way. And that ought to give you a hint of what's coming. That's the traditional thought that you don't have any control. Now you come to this place where you know better and you're sitting and you're listening to this and you're ready to go. And in the past, the New Age has just been filled with processes that are supposed to then have you be able to talk to your cells. Now, not talking back from your cells, but you to your cells. And they are filled with the following thing. Repetition, over and over. Processes that a human being thinks would be attributes that the cells would like. You have to go to a certain place in a certain temperature, be in a certain energy, face a certain direction. You might have to do it several times. If you can do that, you'll get the body ready to listen. There'll be a small window of opportunity. You can give a message. That's the human bias. Dear ones, it's time to demystify this. This is not accurate. This is not the way of it. It makes an assumption that the body is stupid. It doesn't know anything about anything. It is completely and totally separated and divorced from your consciousness, from anything you're doing, and it's clueless. I want to tell you the truth. Scientifically, this is going to be proven, and it's not going to be that far away. The cells of your body, especially what you would call innate, all have something in common, and we're going to give it a name for the first time ever. And here it is. It's going to be CAL, C-A-L. And here's what it stands for. Cells are listening. Cells are listening. This is how you were built. The divine complement in you is built into every cell of your body. The cells are a collection of what has been created by the DNA. Through the blueprint that is in there, every cell exists with one attribute, And it hangs out so clearly on itself, it's waiting for instructions. And the only instructions that it will hear are the ones given through the divine complement of human consciousness, directly with pure intent to it. Did you hear that? Let's talk about that communication for a moment. It's like every single cell had a telephone that was ready to be answered if you knew the number. If you could dial the number, you could talk to all of them at once. They would all pick up the phone, and it'd be you. That's built in. And it doesn't respond to linearity. The communications with the cells of the body is a multi-dimensional communication, but your human consciousness is also. It's part of the DNA field. It's part of the Merkaba of your body. I'll tell you what an intuitive can do. You can look at your soul, literally, through the Merkaba field and tell you whether or not you have activated any part of spiritual intent or whether you're just playing the role.